Back to Haiti and Mexico, as you mentioned, and it seems like there are many challenges. So, is there any activity that Haiti and Mexico tries to overcome this kind of challenge?
Yes, of course. Well, first of all, we had our own challenges because even though we were considered as an essential company, because we serve the pharma sectors and medical sectors, food sectors, so we were considered as essential activity, so we were not forced to close. However, for most of our administrative people, because we have some vulnerable people, people who are older than 60 years old. We had one lady who were pregnant, for example. So we decided that for our administrative office, we decided to send everyone home, buy a few laptops, as most companies did, and try to work in a remote way. For our service center, we took all the necessary measurements so that people were not close together and they were all the time using masks and so on. So we found a way to keep working and to keep serving our customers because some of our customers were still working. So we had some challenges, but pretty much I think that we've been able to overcome them. And right now, for our administrative office, we haven't gone back to work them there. I think the good news is that we've learned how to work from our houses, and I think everyone is doing a great job, and most people are very committed, and we are happy about that.
How do you communicate with your buyers? Like, if they have any problem with the machine, for example, like fixing the machine, like, do you provide maybe a video call or like any instruction videos? Like, do you have this kind of activities?
Yeah, well, no, normally, and not talking about the COVID-19 situation, but we normally try to avoid visiting customers when they have issues. Of course, we do it always when it's necessary, but we try to assist the customer by phone call, by sharing videos, sharing information, sharing tips. But of course, when it's not possible, we go. And we have more than 30 service engineers distributed all around Mexico, which is a big country. So, but now in the COVID-19 situation, we were trying to really, especially when the pandemic was at the strongest moment, we were only accepting visits for very, very urgent cases. And all cases which were not urgent, like for example, if the machine was performing but was not performing at the maximum capacity but was still performing, then we would try to convince customer to wait a bit. But then of course, when we had like customers with really big problems and they had to provide some parts for the medical industry, for example, so in those cases we were always going, and all with our masks and all the protections and everything, we were going, and really we kept working for our customers.
Yeah, that's pretty good because you're still keeping safe for your team, but also like providing service to customers. So it's like, I think like it's the best way to find a balance actually.
Exactly. Like for example, we normally have training sessions which are free for our customers. So those trainings we unfortunately we had to cancel them. And right now we are about to restart our trainings, but we had to adapt our trainings from physical sessions into remote sessions. So we are just about to start with our trainings, as a lot of companies are doing, and then we just need to readapt everything to this kind of world that we are living now.
Well, I would like to go to another topic that is about exhibitions this year that has been really affected. I know that for most of manufacturer actually is one of the best way to show what you are doing, like for example the new machines you're having, or to show to international visitors or international potential customers. In the case of Plastimagen Mexico, what is your opinion about this topic? They already decide to postpone to January for 2021.
Yes, that's right. Well, Plastimagen was originally scheduled for November this year. However, when the pandemic came, back in March, April. We think it was too far away, but then we had June, July, so we were closing to November. So all the exhibitors, we were trying to understand what was going to happen. So we were in some way, in a nice way, we were pushing Plastimagen to really reschedule the event. So finally, they accepted to do it, but they changed it from November to January. So to be honest, for most exhibitors, that was not a very smart move, because just to move the exhibition only 2 months after the original plan, I think it's not very useful. So right now we had a plan to have Plastimagen in January, but most exhibitors, to be honest, we are putting that into doubt. Even if the exhibition actually takes place, we are worried that it's not going to be a very successful event, because right now, if you are coming, for example, from Taiwan to Mexico to Plastimagen, as you normally come, so right now we are almost in September, so you should be already buying your air tickets and booking your hotels, but because of this uncertainty, you are probably not doing it. So I think it's difficult to expect, for instance, to have a lot of international visitors. So we will see. I mean, we will do, of course, we will participate in Plastimagen if it happens, but I think it's not the best moment to talk about exhibitions.
Yeah, that's totally true. I think like especially to travel, like not many people is willing to do it actually for the high risk that means. Even though it's like close place, in our case, even though here, for example, go to from Taiwan to China or Taiwan to Japan is still a risk, even if it's a short trip. Then don't say just go from Taiwan to Mexico. That might be even more difficult. You need to do to even do stopovers. Like makes the situation more difficult actually at some point.
Yeah, yeah. In Mexico, actually, our government is not putting very strict procedures for international visitors. But the problem is that the people coming from China or Taiwan and people coming from Europe, when they go back home, they will have to do the quarantine period, which is 2 weeks. So not a lot of people is willing to come to an exhibition, knowing that when they go back home, they will have to wait for 14 days in a hotel. So that's another thing which makes things more difficult.
So, under these circumstances, may I ask your opinion about online exhibitions? Like, how do you think joining online exhibition, or would Haitian Mexico willing to join if there is any online form of exhibition?
Yeah, I mean, online exhibitions is something that I'm seeing. I'm finding some exhibition organizers that they are trying to switch their business model into this kind of exhibitions. So I think that could be very attractive, because in my opinion, a lot of customers, they like going to exhibitions because they can find promotions. And it's true, we really do offer good deals during exhibitions. So if some organizer invites us to attend an online exhibition, so we would try to make it as real as possible and really try to offer very good deals, so that creates more interest to people to participate. And then we can say hello, we can show some special photos that we haven't, of some specific model that we haven't shown before, to really show something new and to really make it attractive. And then of course on the side of the discounts, we would also be willing to offer that, so that it can be really an interesting event for everyone.
And then talking about something related to economy, I would like to know what is the current situation in the Mexican economy, since actually it's, let's say, going back to normality at some point, but it's still not recovered at all. There's still some, I guess, some weak point. We would like to know your opinion about the situation of the economy in the industry specifically.
Okay. Yeah, I think that as most countries, the Mexican economy was quite affected. It went down as a whole. However, you know, the service sector was probably more affected. Like if we talk about hotels and the service industry, restaurants and everything, they were affected. But talking about industry, which was your specific question, I think we haven't been that affected. At least if we talk about the plastics industry, because of course a lot of our customers, they had to close, and the general consumption is went down. However, some specific applications in the plastics industry actually are growing, which is quite surprising, and I think that's a good thing for our industry. And some people are taking advantage of this growth window, let's call it that way. So I think as a whole, the plastics industry is having a good year, I could say. We as Haitian Mexico, we are having a year which is very close to the one we had last year, which is quite amazing because of the complex situation that we're having now. As in overall, I think that the industry is not doing that bad, and I think that when this comes to an end, we might be having a rebound because people is perhaps waiting until this is done so that they can continue with their investment plans. So I think that we are just going through harsh times, of course, but I think that the expectations are good.
Yeah, talking about the expectation, what is your opinion for the coming future? Let's say for next year. Do you think it's going to be a growth or it's going to be like a rebound after COVID-19?
Yeah, I don't want to be like over optimistic, but as I was saying that if we are lucky enough to have this vaccination coming, and then maybe that will bring an optimistic point of view or mentality for investors and for general consumption. So I think that we can expect good things for the next year, especially, of course, well, this is a generic answer because everyone is probably saying the same, that if the vaccination is coming, then everything is going to improve. But I think we're seeing good things even without the vaccination coming. I think that the volumes are coming back to normality. We see some of our customers already buying more machines. The USMCA agreement, which was previously called NAFTA, it was signed this year. So that is giving people with money when willing to invest in Mexico, that is giving them some, a lot of certainty because they know that to have access to the biggest market in the world, which is the US. So that's going to be very positive for investment plans. So I think, generally speaking, I think I have a positive way to look things to the future.
Yeah, we have as well, like the coming future, including economy, to COVID-19, like get back to real normality, like can travel, like can go to exhibitions and keep everything like smooth as it was before. I think that's the willing side from everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, we are just trying to keep going. As they say, we can only focus on the things that we can control, and we cannot do anything about the things we cannot control. So we are just keep going, offer good deals to our customers. To those customers who are doing good, we are happy for them. We are supporting them. We're selling them machines. And for those who are not doing that well, we are also supporting them. We are waiting for them. Maybe we're giving some grace period so that they can recover a bit, and then maybe they can continue to pay the machines. We're offering them some good discounts and really try to be with them. You have to be with your customer not only during the good times, but also during the difficult times. So that's what we're doing.
Well, Jose, I would like to know if you want to give some words to your potential customer in Latin America as a closure.
Yeah, sure. I think that this year is bringing us a lot of learning for everyone. People say that it is during the difficult times that you learn more. And unfortunately, we haven't been able to see each other because we really love getting together with our customers, go out to have some lunch, go to their factories to visit them, to listen from their plans directly. So it's been difficult to be a little bit not physically in contact with them, with all of our customers. And not only our customers, we also have a lot of good friends in the industry from Taiwan, from China, that we see each other during the exhibition. So you know, for example, you were talking about exhibitions. Exhibitions are like a party for everyone because we find our friends, we go have dinner together, and it's very nice to be close to each other. And this year we've missed that. However, I'm sure that the next time we see each other physically, we'll be able, like in the Latin style, to hug each other. And yeah, I mean, we will just perhaps this difficult year will bring us much closer for the next time we see each other.
And well, Jose, thank you for your sharing. It was really a great honor for us, and hope everything is gonna be better in the future. And we wish you like fruitful business in the future in a normal situation.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. The honor has been mine. Really, thank you so much. And any time you want to talk again, just please feel free, and I'll be happy to share my experience with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Jose. We really appreciate it, really.